This is Dave with NAPCO Tech Support. In this video, I will demonstrate the different types of issues you may experience while trying to connect DL Windows to the SQL database and how to troubleshoot them. As always, please feel free to pause the video at any time if it makes it easier to follow along. Sometimes when running the database config tool, you will find that your server doesn't show in the drop-down selection in the database server name section of the database config. If this happens, this is usually caused by one of only two things. Either the SQL browser service isn't running on the PC housing the server, or the firewall is blocking the service. To troubleshoot, you would first bring up the services window on the computer that is running the database and scroll down until you find the entry labeled SQL Server Browser. Verify under the status column that it says running. If it doesn't, right-click on it and choose the option Start. After you have restarted the service, return to the PC you were running the database configuration on and try again. If the service was already running, then it is most likely the firewall blocking the connection. In which case, you will then go to the first video in this advanced series that covers connecting workstations to a server and go to the section in the video that details how to set up the firewall. More often than not, if you get a failure to connect to the database, you will see the error that is on the screen right now. This is a general error, and there could be multiple causes. First, you want to determine if you are having an issue with the DL Windows or if you are having an issue with your SQL server. To troubleshoot this, we must make sure your Microsoft Windows has a few settings turned on to allow us to see what we need to see. Open a File Explorer window, then click on the three dots towards the top. Choose Options. Then click on the View tab. Make sure the dot for Show Hidden Files and Folders is checked, and make sure the box for Hide Extensions for Known File Types is unchecked. After you make these changes, click Apply and then click OK. Now, right-click on a blank area on your desktop, choose New, then Text Document. You will then see New Text Document.txt on your desktop. You want to change the .txt to .udl. Hit Enter after you make the change, and you will get this confirmation window asking you if you want to apply the change. Click Yes. You will notice the icon for the text document has now changed to an icon with ones and zeros on it. Double-click on it, and a Data Link Properties window will open. This will test a Microsoft Windows to Microsoft SQL connection. In order to do that, first click the refresh button, and it will search for any SQL servers broadcasting on your network. After it completes, you will be able to click on the drop-down menu and choose your server from the list. Next, choose the option to use a specific username and password. Type in SA, both lowercase, for the username. The password should be alarmlock@2012, all lowercase, assuming you followed the installation instructions in either of the first two videos in the basic training series. After you have entered the information, click Test Connection. If the test succeeds, then you are having a DL Windows issue and you would move on to the next chapter in this video. If it fails to connect, then you have an issue occurring between Microsoft Windows and Microsoft SQL Server. Most likely, it will be the firewall settings, which are covered in the first video of this advanced series that covers connecting workstations to the server. If the data link property is successfully connected to the SQL server, but your DL Windows database configuration tool doesn't, It's most likely an old corrupt configuration file that isn't allowing you to overwrite it. To solve this problem, open a Windows File Explorer window, navigate to This PC, then go to your C drive, then Program Data, then Alarm Lock. Once in the Alarm Lock folder, you will see the folder for the version of DL Windows you have installed. If you have had multiple versions installed over the years, then all of your configurations for all those versions will be shown here. Delete all of the folders you see. This will remove any DL Windows configuration information stored on this PC. After you delete the files, rerun the DL Windows Database Configuration tool and try again. If you tried all of these things and you still cannot get connected to the database, this would be when you would call into our technical support hotline and we will help you figure out what the problem is. You will also want to involve your local IT department as well if you haven't already. If you need documentation for any of our current NAPCO products or more videos like this one, head on over to our tech library at tech.napcosecurity.com.